There are so many benefits to doing hard things that aren't fun, enjoyable, or easy. So why in the world am I encouraging you to do things like that? And what are 4 ideas for you to get started doing something unpleasant every day? It's time to find out. Welcome to the Tough Love Mom podcast, where you'll get the equipping and encouragement you need to do the hard things that lead to a healthy life. I'm Liz, and I'm a mom just like you. I've struggled in my journey, but I overcame by educating myself and by hearing about moms who had done hard things too. Get ready for the information you want and the motivation you need. You ready, friend? It's tough love time. I promise I am not off my rocker with this episode. You will hear my heart and the purpose behind this in just a few minutes. But for some reason, your girl loves doing things that are not so fun in the moment, whether it's daily or sometimes daily or something pretty physically challenged that I take on every once in a while. I've done stuff like 75 hard and the year-long Live Hard challenge, lots of mud runs, and recently a Spartan race. I've done a David Goggins running challenge a couple times, and in the past I even did an Ironman triathlon. I actually linked episodes to all those different challenges below if you want to go hear what those were like and what I took away from them just personally and mentally. But in putting myself through a physical and mental ringer, I've realized how many benefits there are to putting yourself in a state of discomfort, whether temporarily or over time. So let's talk about those benefits really quick. The first is that you're going to increase your discipline. And discipline is simply defined as controlled behavior. So you're responsive to the circumstances around you, not reactionary. Many of our choices as moms especially, and even later in the day, that's when it's even more noticeable, are driven by emotion or ease. But when you intentionally put yourself in a state of or environment of discomfort, your discipline muscle will get stronger. You're also going to be less rattled by the little things. And as moms, man, we can really, really use some of that less rattling. Doing unpleasant things gives you perspective. It's going to make you more patient and actually can help your nervous system regulate and realize that minor stressors are not a reason to enact your fight or flight response, aka your sympathetic nervous system, because you've intentionally put yourself in a state of stress where you do need that kind of response. Another benefit is adaptability. Adaptability is just the quality of being able to adjust to new conditions. New conditions, aka changing circumstances, sounds like motherhood, doesn't it? You're also going to increase your flexibility mentally. The actual term of mental flexibility is cognitive flexibility. It's a really interesting topic, but to put it in simple, straightforward terms for you here, it's all about your brain's ability to adapt to new, changing, or unplanned events. Deja vu, right? It's like that sounds like motherhood. That sounds very tied to and similar to adaptability, but things that we face daily, we have to be able to adjust and pivot and change, adapt, be flexible. And when you put yourself in these unpleasant circumstances, you're more likely to have increased ability of those things. Now, you don't have to go train for some crazy endurance event. As promised, I'm giving you 4 ideas that you can actually get started with today. And you do not need to do all 4. I'm giving you 4 so you can pick one, okay? I will never forget being cleared to work out 6 weeks postpartum and feeling like I was facing Mount Everest. How was I supposed to work out consistently, dial in my nutrition, and get into a routine when I was literally at square zero, let's be honest, and just trying to keep my head above water every single day? I was on this up and down roller coaster before having kids of lose weight, gain weight, lose weight, gain weight. It was exhausting. And I wanted to stay consistent with a lot of the healthy habits that I had. So I was confident in how I was showing up, but I wasn't capable of doing that before kids. So how the heck was I supposed to do this as a mom? Because at this point, I did not have the mental energy to take all of these changes on at once like I had done in the past And I knew there would be seasons as a mom where life would throw curveballs and make consistency in the simple things hard. That will leave any mom frustrated and feeling stuck. But imagine if stepping back into your journey felt doable, if working out and eating healthy became your way of life and were no longer things that you constantly had to strive for. What if you didn't feel like you were on this health and fitness roller coaster, but instead these healthy habits stuck for good? And when life got crazy, you don't fall off. All of this is why I created Starting Point School, where I teach you how to change your habits one at a time so you can keep your fitness and nutrition simple and sustainable even as a mom. During the starting point process, you will identify one habit to start with that's personalized to your life, your schedule, and your goals. You'll learn how to stay consistent with that one habit, and you'll know when is the right time to add in more. You will walk away with a complete starting point plan that's unique to you, confidence in how you're approaching your journey, and accountability to stay the course. Losing weight or simply getting consistent is finally going to feel doable and sustainable. So if you're ready for the simplest approach to changing your habits as a mom with accountability so you don't fall off again, now is your time. Currently, all new Starting Point School students will get 3 months of email check-ins directly from me as a bonus. So head to startingpointschool.co right now so you can stop falling off the wagon and getting frustrated. It's time to get consistent in your journey and change your habits for good. Again, that's startingpointschool.co. Get yourself signed up and I will see you in there. I'm giving you 4 ideas that you can actually get started with today, and you do not need to do all 4. I'm giving you 4 so you can pick one, okay? The first, probably most unpleasant for a lot of us out there, is a cold shower. I don't even like these still, but I reap the benefits from doing it every once in a while. It's not daily for me right now, but I do it every once in a while when I'm like, I need a little bit of discipline in my life, or I need a little bit of that ability to be more patient, ability to be more adaptable. I'll do these. Now, I'm not talking about these trendy cold plunges or making sure your water can get to like 33 degrees Fahrenheit. That's freezing. I'm talking about turning the temperature down in your shower from blazing hot, because if you're anything like me, you take blazing hot showers and your husband's like, how is your skin not blistering? I'm talking about turning your temperature down for like 20 or 30 seconds. And doing that every time you shower, every couple days. See if you can extend it a little bit longer next time. Just turning it down to where it's cool. It doesn't need to be freezing. And standing there. Now, please consult with your physician if you have any conditions, or, if you're pregnant, do some research on this. I don't know about pregnancy and cold showers. So again, please consult with a physician or your provider or your own research. But a cold shower is a great way to put yourself in a state of discomfort. It's also an energy booster, fun fact, and who doesn't love some extra energy without having to take more caffeine? So make sure that that's something that you think about doing. Another option is going for a run. Focus on one step at a time, not distance. And when you feel exhausted, this is where that challenge comes in. I'm not just saying, okay, go for a run and run for what you're comfortable doing. No, push yourself. When you start to feel exhausted, see if you can take just one more step after that feeling of I need to stop right now comes. Like, see if you can just make it to that next stop sign or make it to the next tree on the street. See if you can just get that much further, because that mentally is challenging you. And then you can walk. Or if you're like just jogging and you want to really get that oomph at the end of it and really challenge yourself, do something hard and uncomfortable, sprint for the last 50 yards of your run if you've been jogging the whole time. So something in your run, make it uncomfortable, make it challenging. You can also do an exercise until failure. A lot of the times in the workouts that women do, we're just doing sets and reps of exercises, or you're going through something that's tiring and making your heart rate go up, but it's not actually challenging the muscle to fatigue. So doing something until failure or fatigue means that you're losing proper form on that exercise. So you're doing it until your form starts to suffer. That's when you reach the point of fatigue. Again, a lot of workouts won't push you that hard, especially if you're following video-based workouts. And this is how you actually get stronger. You don't even need equipment for this. You could do squats, lunges, down the sidewalk. You could do push-ups. Even if you can't do a full push-up, do them on your knees till failure. There are plenty of options for this, but doing an exercise until failure, even once a day, it doesn't have to be every single exercise in your workout, but just saying, okay, this is my moment of the day where I'm going to make myself uncomfortable. I'm going to drop and do push-ups until my form starts to suffer. It's a great way to challenge yourself and get yourself into that state of discomfort so you can reap the benefits of it. And my fourth and final idea that might be one of the most mentally challenging for most of us out there is complete a task that you have been majorly avoiding. Now, this is not something that's like a daily option, really. This isn't every once in a while, but we all have one, maybe even 5 things that we've been avoiding to no end. And if you're a millennial like me, it might involve a phone call because you just might not like doing those. But whatever it is, take on something that you've been avoiding, even if it means only doing a small part of that task. That will instantly remind you that you can do hard things and that you are adaptable. You can be more mentally flexible, and that yes, putting yourself in that state of discomfort is not as bad as you thought it would be, and that you're capable of doing these things that are uncomfortable. Now, a bonus challenge with any of these is do these things daily. Daily repetitions will make you even tougher mentally and physically. So again, if you like to walk every single day, somewhere in your walk, add in like a 30-second sprint. If you don't exercise every day, give yourself a 5-minute opportunity to do squats until failure or push-ups until failure. Or, if you shower every day, which when I work out, I definitely do, but on rest days, sometimes I just don't shower. I know there's moms out there like that too, dry shampoo for life. But if you do shower every day, make 20 or 30 seconds of being in the cold water during your shower, something that happens every day. You have the option to do this. Now, you don't have to, but I challenge you to. Maybe even just for a week. See how it goes. Like I said, I don't take cold showers every single day, but it does happen pretty frequently, enough to the point where I am reaping these benefits of putting myself in an unpleasant environment or unpleasant feeling. So come to the Tough Love Mom Squad over on Facebook. It's our listener community, and just post up in there on the wall, do we even call it a wall anymore? Post in the group what you're going to start doing to put yourself in the state of discomfort, to truly challenge yourself and reap the benefits. Again, being more adaptable, being more flexible mentally, not being as rattled by the little things, and increasing your discipline. Let me know what it is. Let everyone in the Tough Love Mom Squad know what that thing is you're taking on. I can't wait to hear from you, and I can't wait to see you get after it. Talk to you next time. Before you go, thank you for spending this time with me on the Tough Love Mom podcast. If this episode encouraged you in any way, the number one way you can thank me is to leave a review letting me know how this show has impacted you. Then send this episode to another mom friend, or take a screenshot, post it on social media, and tag me so I can personally thank you for helping me on this journey to impact thousands of moms. I'm so grateful to be on this journey with you, sister. Until next time, get after it.